Hey, good morning, everybody. Brian here with another episode of Faith Talk. I hope you're well and blessed and in love with Jesus this morning. So this week we're going to talk about life lessons that I've learned over the last 55 years. And I just had my 55th birthday here last week, and so I've just been kind of going over, the past year and evaluating things and coming up with a plan and figuring out what I've learned and all that. And I thought that it might be nice to share it with you. If we can learn from each other, then that just makes us that much wiser and gets us that much farther along the path. And so yesterday we talked about enjoying the journey. I told you one of the things that I've learned over the years is that we got to be able to enjoy the journey and not just the destination. Enjoy the trip. Sometimes you take a road trip and maybe, I myself have gone from coast to coast like 6 times now and stop and enjoy the journey along the way. And because sometimes there's people that they just are focused on getting to their destination and they're not going to stop or relax until then. But with life, we just want to be able to enjoy the process and enjoy each step along the way and all the beautiful scenery that God has for us as we go. But today I want to talk to you about something that I think probably affects everybody. And I want to talk to you about loving your enemies, and I want to say it to you like this. The Bible tells us to love our enemies, and so we know that we are mandated by Jesus to love our enemies, which means we also have the power to do that, and we need to love everybody, love our enemies. But I want to present it to you like this. I want you to love your enemies, but keep them at a distance. Love them, but keep them at a distance. And we're not just talking about people who are grumpy. All right, we're talking about toxic people in your life that disrespect you, that insult you, that lie to you, that are working to harm you in some way or another. They're working to talk you out of your destiny or bring down the quality of your life, or they're just mean to you. You don't need to hang out with mean people in your life. And over the years, I have had to push out to the boundaries of my life certain people who their only function seemed to be to just try to destroy my life, to be mean, to insult, to discourage instead of encourage, to gossip about, to lie about, and whether that's your family, friends, close people, unfortunately, even people in the church will work to try to harm you. And so you've got to learn how to walk in love. And what does that mean? What does it mean to love your enemies? It doesn't mean that you invite them over for dinner all the time. It doesn't mean you marry them. It doesn't mean that you always hang out with them. It means that you have good thoughts and you desire their life to be blessed. Even though they don't desire the same for you, you desire that for them. In your heart, you really genuinely want them to be blessed and to have a great life. But at the same time, you don't want them to destroy your life. And there were times in my life when I was going through seasons that there were people who were working so hard to destroy my church and destroy my message. And so my prayer was, Lord, help me to not allow them to do damage without me doing damage back to them, because that wasn't my heart. My heart wasn't that I wanted to hurt them. I just didn't want them to hurt me. I just didn't want them to hurt the work. And so some people you've got to keep at a distance. And I've had conversations with people. I said, you and I, we just can't be friends anymore. Every time I get around you, I get distracted. Every time I get around you, there's this anger that builds up inside of me because you just bring a toxic environment into my life, and I don't want it. And I don't know why you don't like me. I don't know. I've given up on worrying why people don't like me. I try to be the best I can to everybody. I always try to walk in love and to not be insultive, but to be encouraging and to say good things over people and to have respect for people and to speak the truth to people. But some people, they just don't like you. Some people, they're just not, and some people, I think they're just mean people and they just don't know how to do anything but cause problems. There are some people that when they show up, drama shows up, right? And so we want to pray for them. And not against them. We want to pray for them. And we want to be there because God can turn anybody around at certain times who will allow him to. And when that happens, they're going to need good people there to help them. I've seen very few mean people change. I've seen very few gossipers and people who inflict strife. I've seen very few of them change, but they can change. I've seen a few of them, and so it can happen. And when that happens, God needs people to be there to love them and to help them along the journey and to show them how we should be treating each other. Now, again, I'm not talking about somebody having a bad day and you just cast them out of your life. We're supposed to turn the other cheek, right? Bless those who curse us, and love our enemies and pray for those who spitefully use us. And so that's how Jesus did things. And that was how Jesus operated. And since we're representing him, then we need to have that same attitude in us. But at the same time, you don't have to have people in your life who's always putting you down, who's always criticizing you, who's always bringing that quality down instead of up. And so I've always, there's three kinds of people in your life. There's those who are having a positive effect on you, those who are helping you and teaching you and encouraging you and partnering with you and who you can bounce ideas off of and who you can be you and they allow you to fail and to grow and to develop. See, those are good people in your life. And that's what we want. We want people. I decided a long time ago, I was going to hang out with people who were glad I was there and not people who just tolerated me or didn't tolerate me, right? And sometimes that was family members. Unfortunately, sometimes it's your family that treats you the worse than anybody else. And sometimes it's other people. But I was going to surround myself with people who were respectful and who spoke the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. I get that. Sometimes, we need people to be honest with us, particularly when you ask them for their opinion. Mean people or toxic people are not people who tell you the truth when you ask them, right? They're people who are always trying to cut you down and to hinder everything that you're trying to do. They lie to other people about you and they just hurt you. And you don't want that in your life any more than necessary. Some of it you can't do anything about in the sense that they're just there, right? But you can do something about how you handle them. And there is nothing wrong with asking somebody, why are you so mean? Why are you so critical? Why is it that you always have this need to gossip and to cause drama and to cause strife? But I have told people that, listen, you are causing me more hardship than I need. And if you want this relationship to continue, some things are going to have to change here. And if they don't change, I'm going to have to put you out the outside edges of my life because I'm not bringing people close to me who are not going to be respectful, who are not going to be encouraging and who aren't going to be, have Bible character and love, right? And so love your enemies, right? Love them. Pray for them. Believe God to do good things in their life and to ultimately get them into heaven, but keep them at a distance. There's nothing wrong with you not wanting to have people over for dinner who are mean to you. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to go on a fishing trip with people who are always insultive and cut everybody down. And God does not expect that out of you. But at the same time, He doesn't want you to treat others the way they treat you. The golden rule is that we treat others the way that we want them to treat us. And so I've just learned over the years that life has a lot to do with the people that are in it. whether the quality is high or the quality is low, has a lot to do with those that are around you. And if you want to keep raising that, don't be afraid to tell people, listen, you're just causing me too much inner turmoil. I don't know why you feel the need to always cut me down, to always be rude and offensive, but this is going to stop because I'm not living my life like this. I don't do that to you, and I don't expect you to do that to me. And be an example. We can be an example of how we should treat each other. And one of the things I've always tried to attempt to live is that Jesus said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. And I think that it would be our goal to be able to say, if you've seen me, you've seen Jesus. If Jesus was here right now, he'd be treating you the way I'm treating you. He would be talking to you the way I'm talking to you and telling you what I'm telling you, because we represent him. And it's not us trying to get even with people, right? It's not us trying to one up people, but it's just us walking in love, being an example, being a representative of the kingdom, and allowing the love that God put in us to come up out of us and be a blessing in the lives of other people. So Father, I pray that you would help us to love those people who are oftentimes hard to love, Father. That you would help us to love our enemies, Lord, and pray for them and wish good things upon them and be there to help them when they need help, Father, and ultimately that you would be able to draw them into your kingdom and fill them with your love and fill them with your heart and with your desires so that they could be awesome people and live a great life in this world. I say the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace and help you to love your enemies, but don't be afraid to keep them at a distance. Hey, God bless you. I love you.